Very good. It's 2 p.m. We're going to officially call this certification meeting of the canvassing board to order. And before we get started, I just want to welcome everybody who's joining us remotely here in the room. For your canvassing board, to my left, we have Vice Chair, Commissioner District 2, Pat Tarswell. To my right, we have Chief Deputy Prosecuting Attorney Tim Whited. We also have some fantastic observers with us today. Julie Tucson, PUD3, her amazing husband Mark. We have Eric Anisco, who you may or may not recognize from different things around town. Watched your election very closely. And then we have Allison, who's observer representing the entire universe today as citizen, Democratic Party member, and member of the League of Women's Voters. So also we have our elections team with us today, Chief Deputy Auditor Lee Stevenson, and we have Kaylee Chappell, who's our senior technician who took point and led this election. It was her first one, and everything went really, really well. Congratulations and great job. Thank you. And then behind the scenes, we have our other elections technician, Mike Lebonsky, and Susan Blankenship is upstairs staffing the vote center. So just to recap where we left off from yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw the stats from the 4 p.m. update yesterday. We had 18,300 ballots cast, and that's from a pool of 47,829 registered voters at the time of the election for a turnout of 38.26%, just slightly below the state average. And so that's the updated numbers from yesterday. Sharon, glad you could join us. Sharon Diaz just joined us, representing the Republican Party. So with that, did I miss anything, or should I just turn it over to you to go through the breakdown?
That's up to you. I mean,
Take it away.
So, with all the ballots that we received, we technically received actually 18,484 ballots total. We had some that had to be forwarded and some that were not valid ballots. So simple enough and calculated, and we were able to count all 18,300 right on the nose. The results, everything is here, and it's the same as it was yesterday. Nothing changed. We didn't get any cure letters or anything to count votes later in the day, so nothing changed from yesterday. After reconciling everything out, we have absolutely no discrepancies, as you like to see.
Zeros.
Here's one for you. Look.
That's good. Nice work.
And then precinct level results that we are required. I mean, there's a couple of things on there that if somebody wanted a copy that we have to redact because it could potentially say how they voted. So.
Is that a copy I can hand to the observers here for them to share?
For the results, yeah.
Or you need it?
This one stays.
We can make copies.
Okay.
Yeah, that one stays.
That one stays.
The second make copies. We need more copies. That's just
okay.
The same as it was yesterday. So with that, up to you guys to do all the signatures.
Well, once again, before we put any ink to paper, I want to make sure that we give our observers an opportunity for any questions, comments, concerns, anything that's on your mind about how this election went. From my perspective, I try not to say this anymore because people always question, what does he mean by Safeway chicken? I used to say the election ran as clean as a Safeway chicken, but then everybody steps back and they wonder, well, how clean is that really? So the point is, it went silky smooth and everything was reconciled to a T, and you guys did an excellent job.
I concur. You guys are fabulous.
Thank
The
you.
people of Mason County's auditor's office is top-notch and the best.
Very good.
You guys always do a great job.
Truly, yeah.
That's the way we like it.
And we have the best observers anywhere in the state.
Outstanding. An outstanding.
Where's
candidate.
Ross? I feel like we can't do
Yeah,
this
well-
without Ross. Like,
Where's
always
Ross?
here.
Allison is here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Haven't seen her.
You're Ross today also. You've got a lot of
Haven't
hats
seen you
on.
since the lab.
Should we have a moment of silence and losses
I
on that?
hope not, but yeah, maybe we should.
Okay.
Thank you. Nice job. Nice job. First time stepping up. Done a great job. No surprise.
Yeah.
Thanks, Michael.
Mhm.
You're a rock star. Oh, no.
Might, we need to put that on our website.
Oh,
And this too.
Circle back to Pat. for
Yeah.
your signature.
Only signed once.
Right back to him.
Rookie
He
mistake.
scanned though, right? After he signs it, the second time. Oh. Okay.
Okay, before we call it a wrap, just out of curiosity, show of hands, how many people live in the Shelton School District? Fantastic, 3 of you. So 4 of you, stay tuned because for the February 2026 special election, we're going to be introducing for that election and that election only, the Verified Voter Project, where for ballot authentication, we'll be using, it's optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but you can opt in or out of the project. But we'll be authenticating ballots based on your birth date and either driver's license number or state ID number instead of your signature. And what that allows us to do is base our ballot authentication on strictly objective data. And it takes all the subjectivity out of interpreting signatures for signature verification. So the purpose or the intent is to develop a method that brings our ballot challenge or rejection rates to 0. We want to reduce all the, you weren't here yesterday, but we had a pretty good stack of ballots that were signature mismatches that we were not able to resolve or reconcile. And we want to try to introduce something that takes that subjectivity out of it and the need for people to cure and respond so we can get that much more closer to getting everybody's ballot done. Sharon.
How much, if any, is Tim Eyman involved in this project on a Washington state scale?
How much of what?
Is Tim Eyman involved?
No.
Not at all. Okay.
This actually came from one of our election staff, this idea. It was presented to the Secretary of State and they liked the idea, so here we go.
Very nice.
And the data will be concealed by a little tear-off flap so that your driver's license, birthday information, you still have to sign because of the oath. That's not changed. But there will be a little flap that will be removed off of the envelope to that, so to make sure that your stuff is concealed when it's being moved around.
So we'll come around with more formal communications to the school district and we'll have a town hall or 2, just invite everybody to ask questions and understand. We'll have inserts that go with the ballot. We'll have ads in the paper. We'll have ads on I-Fiber 1. We'll see if Jeff Slakey wants to do a spot on it. We're going to try to get as much visibility as we possibly can. And again, it's a voluntary thing. If you don't want to do it, you just want to sign your ballot declaration, as always, that'll work. So it should be fun. I'm sorry.
I think it's interesting.
Yep.
It sounds like a winner, really.
Well, that's part of it. We're going to be looking for feedback from the participants, because that feedback will be conveyed or transferred onto the Secretary of State's office, and then they're going to send that back to the legislature, and they're going to review that and see if they want to make any changes to election laws going forward based on the feedback from the participants and the results of the project.
And this will only apply to the school board.
And only right now, the school district is the only district we're aware of. Did you get another one? Who's coming in?
McClary School District's
So
still involved in the
McClary.
levy, but there are very few voters within our county.
So it'll be who ultimately which districts end up showing up on that ballot. That'll be the participants. So it should be fun.
Tip of the spear.
Pardon?
Tip of the spear.
Yeah, tip of the spear. And so the cool part about it is that other counties have tried alternate verification methods, but they've all been electronic and computer-based. This is the one that's paper-based. So it's observable by observers as they're being processed, and it's auditable because the artifacts will remain, right? You don't have to go try to audit ones and zeros in a computer software database somewhere.
Is your driver's license number on the ballot itself?
On the
It'd be on the
envelope.
return envelope.
You would write it in.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, we have
You would write it
return
on the
envelope.
ballot?
Where's our, do you have our mock-up?
I didn't know we were talking about it.
I
I'm
didn't know
sorry.
we were gonna talk about it.
That's okay, yeah. No,
I'll send
No,
you a
it'll
copy
have
of
the
it.
signature block. So on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side, it will have a block with some spaces to provide your birth date and the driver's license number or ID number.
All protected by a
All
security
protected
flap.
by a
But that's
little-
all on the
So
ballot
when the-
itself.
No,
Yeah.
on the envelope,
On the envelope.
the
okay.
envelope.
How are you verifying the driver's license number?
We have that data.
They're
It's in
changing,
Bolt
they're
we
changing
have-
now. Mine just changed from 35, 40 years of the license.
And we have communication with DOL electronically to review those numbers or update them as well.
So when the return envelope gets put in either in the Dropbox or the mail, all of your personal information, your name, your voter ID number, your address, your date of birth, your ID number, and your IQ, that will all be covered by a privacy flap on the envelope, so nobody will see whose ballot that is until we actually open it up for scanning here on the machine.
Okay.
Thank you.
The ID part, or the IQ part was a joke.
We got
So-
that.
So the driver's license.
I'm not putting my
Driver's
IQ on there.
license number is going to be scanned, is what you're saying.
I'm sorry, Elsie?
The driver's license number is going to be scanned as your birth.
Yes, it'll be scanned on this machine.
Perfect, okay.
It'll
And-
still be
Instead of eyeball
treated just
visual.
like a signature.
Okay, great.
Captured, the image
Okay.
captured so that we can do the verification within our vote law system, just like we do
Okay.
signatures.
So if there's any question, then it goes to eyeballs. and
It's
then
always
contact.
eyeballs.
It's all gonna
It's
be
always
Okay,
eyeballs,
so it's gonna be
eyeballs.
the same.
It's just
as it
capturing
was
the image.
Before, but other data,
For this project, it will all be
Dyslexia.
human eyeballs.
dyslexia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the future, though, if the state ever passes a law to incorporate that method, the opportunity exists for the machine to do the scanning and verification with the alphanumeric information in vote law. And then the elections team will only see the ballots or the return envelopes that this machine rejects.
That would be great.
So the others will just go straight through.
Okay.
So stay tuned for more. I hope I've planted a few seeds of interest that you want to get more involved and participate, because the more involvement, the more participation, the better. And this law that we're using, or that we're following to run this project, runs through 2029. So if you have another idea, or if you have another idea that we want to try in a future election, let's work on pulling those ideas together and get them submitted to the Secretary of State, and we'll roll out something else to learn from. So,
2028.
what are we, oh, is it time to adjourn?
Yeah, say that.
I think I want to entertain a motion.
I'll move to adjourn in this canvassing board meeting.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
We're out of here. Thank you for coming today, and thanks for bearing with me.
Sorry.
Impromptu.
Thank you.